Hello everyone and welcome to the Premier League quiz. It's a twist, it's not a twist. It's on this season's Premier League only. So anyone can join in, get your pen and paper at home, go through the questions. There's a few questions, but lots of points up for grabs because some questions have got more than one answer. There's some easy ones, a couple of trick ones maybe, and some difficult ones. Anyway, Gonzo, I was going to call you the reigning champion, but I'm not sure you've been a reigning...
It's definitely raining. I'm not sure about me being a champion.
How you feeling though, Gonzo? It's the Premier League. It's this season only.
I'm lacking in confidence. I'm a bit like Felipe Anderson, actually. I haven't got confidence for this, to be honest with you.
What about our guest today? Thank you for joining us, Nicky. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I was just in the middle of the old winter clean, my yearly winter clean. I normally do it about this time, international break, getting ready for Christmas and all that sort of stuff. So it's a welcome distraction, as they say.
Are you feeling confident for the quiz? This season's Premier League is the topic.
What this is, Gio? You just texted me about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I drafted Nicky, and there's a last-minute sign, an early January transfer window, if you like. Anyway, we've got a few rounds to get through, so we're going to start off with the Kevin De Bruyne assists. I know you're thinking, who's he set up? No, it's just the name of the round. It's tap-ins. Kevin De Bruyne sets you up for a goal. You're getting a tap-in. So I'm going to set these two boys up with simple questions to start ourselves. So question number one, who is top of the Premier League right now? Who is top of the Premier League? It sounds so simple, doesn't it? But is it that simple? That's what I want to know. Who's top of the Premier League? Question number two. There's currently 4 goal scorers with 8 goals to their name in the Premier League this season. Can you name them? 4 points up for grabs. 4 players have got 8 goals in the Premier League this season. How many of them can you name? I'll give you a second to take that through. Hello to everyone. Join us in the live chat while these two think up their answers. Yeah, these are the easy ones. Please refrain from putting the answers in the live chat. Play along. Let us know your score at the end of each round, but please don't pop the answers up because other people can see. Question number 3.
Oh, wait.
Oh, okay. I'll give you another minute.
I was going to say.
I'll give you another minute.
My mind's gone blank.
Oh. I can't think of teams. Never mind players. I've got about 8 Premier League teams in my head.
How many names have you got, Gonzo?
Well,
I've got 3, but I'm not.
Take a punt. Take a punt.
I'm not confident either.
How many have you got written down, Nicky?
2, but one is very.
They're quite obvious. When I tell you who they are, you'll think, "Oh, of course it is." There's no trick to this question. This isn't the trick one.
No, that's
right. Get your answers written down. We'll have to move on to question number 3. Who is bottom of the Premier League? Who is currently occupying 20th spot in the Premier League right this very second? Sounds simple. What is it? I think Nicky's got something written down.
Yeah.
Gonzo is struggling. In the live chat, let us know how you're getting on. Question number 4. Name all of the managers that have been sacked in the Premier League this season. Name them. They're looking confused. They're struggling to remember. They're struggling to think of any. Name this. The name. I want the names of the managers that have been sacked in the Premier League this season. Then question number 5, the last question of the first round. 2 clubs have had 2 players sent off this season. Can you name the clubs? And I'll give you a bonus point for each player you get from that club as well. I'll give you a bit of a clue for this one. One of them was a naughty tackle on a Liverpool player. Obviously, it wasn't Jordan Pickford. He did not receive a red card in that game. But one later on in the game, a player for this club did a naughty tackle on a Liverpool player. And then I'll give you another clue for the other club, which is he's a centre-back. It is Some people call it a derby. Some people say it's not a derby. It's just a rivalry. And it was a naughty tackle in the opposition box. 2-footed lunge into someone's knee.
Fuck's sake.
Because of the clue, I'm going to guess on the club. You want the club, not the player?
Yeah, I want 2 clubs, both clubs, and then if you can, the 4 players, 6 points up for grabbing in this one question. So if you get the 2 clubs, you might as well have a punt at the 2 players per club. But 2 of the red cards are pretty memorable for the season so far. Anyway, have you got something down, Gonzo?
Yeah.
Are you confident, Gonzo?
No.
Nicky, have you got something down?
I've got something, but no, I'm the same. Not.
Right, we'll go over round 1 with the answers and see. There's 13 points up for grabs. Let's see how they get on. Gonzo, who's top of the Premier League? Question number 1, top of the Premier League. You've got
Leicester.
Nicky, do you agree?
Yes.
Yes, it is. It's Leicester City currently occupy top spot in the Premier League. Question number 2 was 4 players have got 8 goals in Premier League this season after just 8 games as well. Can you name them? Nicky, what's the players you've got?
I've got Calvert-Lewin, Raheem
Correct.
Sterling,
No.
Jamie Vardy,
Correct.
and Ollie Watkins.
Incorrect. So you got 2 points there, Nicky.
Right.
Calvert-Lewin and Jamie Vardy are both correct. Gonzo, have you
I've got those there. I've got Harry Kane as well.
Incorrect, believe it or not. He does
That's
not have it. The other two players is Son and Mo Salah. All those 4 players. So Salah, Calvert-Lewin, Vardy, and Son have all got 8 goals in the Premier League. Point per player. Question number 3: who's bottom of the Premier League? Nicky, can you remember?
Sheffield United.
Gonzo, do you agree?
No, I thought West Brom, but I wouldn't disagree a lot, to be fair.
It's Sheffield United. Sheffield United are currently bottom of the Premier League. So point to Nicky. Gonzo, name the managers that have been sacked thus far in the Premier League.
I can't. I don't think anyone have been sacked.
Nicky, have you got anyone?
No, I've got none as well.
You're both correct. No managers have been sacked. Naughty question. Point per
What is
player.
tappings, Gio?
That was an accidental tapping. That's one that hits your arse and goes in the back of the net. That's not a tapping.
And then we've got question number 5, which is the long-winded one. 2 clubs have got 2 red cards, and can you name the players? We'll start with the clubs. Gonzo, what 2 teams have you gone for?
Only because you clues Everton and Brighton.
And Nicky?
I've got the same, Everton and Brighton.
They're both correct. So you've got 2 points there. Nicky, have you got any of the players?
I believe it was Richarlison got sent off for one of them, but that's all I got.
Yeah, you're not going to take a punt at any other Everton or Brighton players?
Gomez. No, I'm not.
Richarlison is one of them. Gonzo?
Yeah, I got the same, but I took a punt. I took a punt on Lewis Dunk.
He's correct. He's the one that did the naughty tackle in the
rivalry. You said a centre back.
Yeah, so it was Lewis Dunk and Basuma for Brighton, and then Richarlison and Lucas Dean for Everton. So there you go. Lots of points up for grabs there. 13 points in total. Top them up, boys. What have you both got? Gonzo, do you know what you've got?
8.
And Nicky?
7.
Happy days. Right, there we go. 8 and 7. Let's write that down. Live chat, let us know how you are getting on, how much points you scored out of 13 in the first round, as we move on to the second round, which is called This Show Isn't Sponsored. Now, this is a picture round, and there's 5 questions, 4 pictures. Basically, we've taken 4 players in the Premier League, and we've hidden the sponsor on the shirt. The question is, what is the sponsor for each of these football teams? Okay, as simple as that. I don't want to know who the player is, none of that. Just what is the shirt sponsor? What are we hiding? Here's the first one on the screen there. Quite a recognisable player, recognisable team. We all know what team it is. Who sponsors that? I should have put this in the first round for the tap-ins, really, shouldn't I? What is the shirt sponsor for that team? Question number 2, or sponsor number 2. Here we go. Put him up there, the guy that's continuously been debated about the England squad for some particular reason. Who sponsors that football team? What is their shirt sponsor? Question number 3. There you are. You might remember this. A little clue for the West Ham fan as the West Ham channel. This current sponsor was their first when they got beat by West Ham, when they got beat 3-2 by West Ham, was the first time that sponsor was on their shirt. Fun fact. Potentially a clue. And then the fourth one. There you go. Who sponsors that?
Pizza Hut. Oh, fucking hell.
The teams are easy, but who?
Well, yeah.
What's the
due
sponsor?
to the badge being on the t-shirt, but
yeah, but we just want to know the sponsors. It's one of them things. Sponsors. When I was younger, I could have probably named all the sponsors in the Premier League. But as I've got older, I was looking them up, and Sheffield United. It's not even in English. I looked at it. What on earth is that? Even I don't know what it is, and I'm looking at it. Anyway, so the first player was Kyle Walker, Manchester City. Nicky, have you got an answer?
I think it's Etihad Airlines, isn't it? Or Emirates Airlines?
Yeah, it's that simple. Point each. Gonzo's nodding, so that's a point each there. And then we had Jack Grealish of Aston Villa. Gonzo?
Pornhub?
It's not Pornhub. Nicky, you have an idea?
I got the FAC for some reason. DAFA.
It's Kazoo. Kazoo sponsor Aston Villa.
Who the fuck is Kazoo?
No, Kazoo. What do they make?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Apart from Kazoos, yeah.
I don't know. It's Kazoo anyway. That's a sponsor. Then we had Timo Werner of Chelsea with their shirt sponsor. Nicky, do you know who sponsors them?
It's free mobile.
It is. Gonzo, did you get that?
I wrote down something Japanese, but I thought it was Yamazuki. I don't know, whatever. No, obviously,
It used
I
to
was
be
wrong.
players, didn't it? And that was last season. Just 3 now, 3 mobile. So a point for Nicky there. And then Fulham was the last one. I'll be impressed if either of you get this. Have you got anything, Gonzo?
Yeah, I do actually. I think it's a betting company. I got with Bet365.
Right about the betting company, but you're wrong about the betting company itself, Nicky.
I've got SBO.
No, it's Bet Victor. Bet Victor sponsor Fulham. So 4 points up for grabs there. What did you just get?
1.
2.
Okay, that brings it 9-all overall for the game. Right, round number 3. This one's going to test them. It's called.
Well, that one didn't test us.
No, it's called Foden and Greenwood score. As we all know, these two lads managed to score when they were in Iceland. So I'm going to bring up 3 results that stand out for the season so far. I'm going to name one of the teams. I want you to tell me who scored for that team in that game. Lots of points up for grabs, though, especially as we're kicking off with Aston Villa beating Liverpool 7-2. So 7 goals for Aston Villa. There was 4 different goal scorers in the game for Aston Villa. Can you name the 4 players? Which 4 players scored for Aston Villa as they thumped Liverpool 7-2 at Anfield? One of them got a hat trick. I think, no, did they get a hat trick? Yeah, one of them got a hat trick. One of them got a brace. And then there was another 2 that got a goal each as well. 4 different goal scorers for Aston Villa. I'll give a bit of a clue at home. If you're not sure, just write down 4 players you think is probable to score for Aston Villa. You might be correct. Give them a little second to work out, to get things down. Nicky started confidently, but it looks like he's got 1 player left, whereas Gonzo's looking pretty confident as well, actually.
No, I've definitely got 3 of them. But
you're looking optimistic. I don't know. I think you're looking optimistic. And then we're going to Old Trafford for this one. Man United 1, Crystal Palace 3. There was 2 different goal scorers for the Eagles on that day. Can you tell me who they both were? Which 2 players scored for Crystal Palace? Obviously, one of them got 2 goals at Old Trafford. Everybody's wrote down 1 Crystal Palace player, and I'm thinking, now who else could score for Crystal Palace?
Hey, you're going to do. That's what you're going to do.
Everybody playing this quiz wrote down 1 guy for Palace and went, now who else? That's the obvious one. Who else plays for Palace? So yeah, Man United 1, Crystal Palace 3. Who scored the 2 goals? And then we're moving on to the slightly trickier one. Chelsea were obviously 2-0 up against Southampton and finished Chelsea 3, Southampton 3. So I want to know who scored 3 goals for Southampton. There's 3 different goal scorers. Southampton scored 3 at Stamford Bridge earlier in the season. Which 3 players scored for the Saints? And I'll tell you what, there's 1 player on here. I'll give a bonus point if you get him. 3 different goal scorers for Southampton. Chelsea were 2-0 up in that game. Then it was 2-2. And then Chelsea scored again to make it 3-2. Then Southampton scored right at the death as well to make it 3-0. Hammers Chat regulars should get one of these goal scorers. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Gonzo's looking out the window, hoping a Southampton player is going to go into his garden. Just remind
me. You never know. You never know.
That's where Theo Walcott's shots end up anyway, isn't it? Not a clue, by the way.
Actually, against us chicken and mushroom slice ended up in my garden the other day, believe it or not. I know, how bloody random's that? Clearly my neighbour's thrown it over. I don't know why, but honestly, on the path there was a Ginsters.
How did you know it was chicken and mushroom?
Because I've eaten enough of them. I reckon. Listen, mate, I will recognise one pasty from another. If this was a pasty quiz, I'll be on it. Honestly, different pastries that are available in petrol service stations. There would be a good quiz for me.
Nicky, what's your obscure mastermind round? If Gonzo's a pasties, what would you pick out?
Probably saying pasties.
You've done it wrong.
I'm an expert.
You've done it all wrong, Gio. You should have gone for the grub, mate. We'd have sailed through the grub questions.
I'll bring out the steak bakes for the next quiz, and we'll see what you can do. Anyway, right. Question number 1 was Villa scored 7 goals at Anfield. Who's the goal scorers for Aston Villa? Nicky, who you got?
I got Barkley.
Correct.
Scoring. Watkins.
Correct.
Grealish.
Correct.
And I got the centre forward, but I can't remember his name. I just wrote Traore, but I don't know whether that's right or not.
That one's incorrect. They do have a player called Traore, but he never scored. Gonzo?
I've gone for the same 3. And McGinn.
Correct. Gonzo, full house for him. John McGinn with the other goal as well. Then we're moving to Old Trafford. Man United 1, Crystal Palace 3. 2 goal scorers for Palace. Gonzo, have you got them both?
Probably not, but I got Zaha and Ayew.
Nicky, what you got?
I've got Zaha and Van Arnholt.
Well, you both got a point. It's Zaha and Andros Townsend. Andros Townsend got the other goal, and Zaha got the double up at Old Trafford. Now we're moving to Stamford Bridge, where it's Chelsea 3, Southampton 3. 3 different goal scorers for Southampton. Bonus point if you get the last one. Gonzo, what have you got?
Ward-Prowse, Ings, and Adams.
Nicky, 2 correct. Nicky?
I've got Ings, Che Adams, and for some reason, Vestergaard comes to mind.
Oh, bonus point for Nicky. It was Vestergaard as well.
Really?
Yeah. It was Danny Ings, Che Adams, and Vestergaard as well. So a bonus point. If you're watching at home and you've got Vestergaard, give yourself a bonus point because that's knowledge. That's not guessing. You can guess the Villa ones. You could possibly guess the Palace ones, but you could not guess Vestergaard.
I was watching it. That's why it come to mind. I just remember him. So
you were watching it. That's interesting. That was a pay-per-view game, Nicky. How
are you watching that, Nicky?
I listened to it on the
radio. 10 points up for grabs. Tot up what you got there. Nicky, give yourself that extra point. Gonzo, what have you got?
7.
And Nicky, what have you got?
I got 10.
Oh.
What did you get, sorry?
I got Barkley, Watkins, Grealish.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. No, sorry. That's wrong. I think that's 1.
Got 8, I think.
8, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, 80 points for Nicky. Gives him the edge going into our second last round. Our second last round is called, this is a good one, Anagram by Or. Yes, do you like that? It's pretty self-explanatory now. I'm going to give you anagrams of 4 Premier League players. Who's the player? What player is this? Is first name and surname, just for clarity at home. I'm going to bring up the anagrams now. I just want to know the name of each of these players. There's 4 of them. Then I've got a question related to all 4 at the end. So here we go. Admire Javi. Who is this? This is the easiest one. So if you don't get this one, I think you're in trouble. Admire Javi. I'm not going to lie. When I do these, I come up with one word using the letters, then I sort of just throw the rest together. So Javi's not too bad.
Isn't there an app you can do these on now? There's probably an anagram app somewhere.
I don't know. Can't really be arse, Gonzo. Admire Javi was pretty good for me.
Well, apart from everyone knows what it is, but
yeah, but it's an easy one. And then
if we get this wrong, I am going to look like a tit.
Yeah, we're going to carry on. We're going to switch over to Afraid Wiles with a Z. I've gone American for this one. Afraid Wiles. Nicky knows it. Nicky's straight ahead there. He's clocked something. He's not hanging about. Gonzo's unsure, but I think he's got some sort of answer. Afraid Wiles. Which Premier League player is this? Now they're getting a bit more trickier. Alien Rudgmez. Who is that? Both of them are straight in there. I can see them both. Nicky's typing away. Gonzo's writing something down. Alien Rudgmez. Leave it up for a little second longer for those at home. These two contestants have written something down. They're feeling good at the minute. But who is that? But here's the difficult one. If you can get this one, well done. Enriched JFFK. Enriched JFFK. Who is that? That's a Premier League player. Played plenty of minutes this season for his club. Who is that? They're both doing the same pose at the minute. At home, you can see Nicky. Gonzo's doing the exact same pose. Hand in mouth, biting that finger, whatever you call it, and the pointing finger.
It's definitely called a finger.
Yeah, index finger, that's it. That's what I was trying to say. They're both biting the index finger, trying to work out. Enriched JFFK. Now, here's the question. Question 5.
Oh.
What have all those 4 players got in common this season in the Premier League? The whole quiz is about this season. So what have those 4 players got in common? The problem is, you've only got 1 player, you're in trouble. But if you've managed to get 2 or 3, maybe you might be able to take a little punt. The last guy is the one that holds the key to knowing, to really tricking. What have those 4 players got in common? You can take a reasonable guess. I think you two have done quite well getting the first 2 or 3, so you can take a reasonable guess as to what it relates to. Someone in the live chat says they're all Premier League football players. I mean, yes, correct, but that is not.
Who said that?
James Gunn.
Of course he did.
Right, so question number 1, player number 1, we had Amir Javi. Gonzo, what you got?
It's Jamie Vardy, isn't it?
It's Jamie Vardy. Nicky, I take it you got Jamie Vardy. Both straight in there.
I lost all confidence in the final second when you popped it up. There you go.
Yeah. Player number 2 was Afraid Wiles with a Z. Nicky, what did you get?
Wilfried Zaha.
Did you get that, Gonzo?
That's it.
Point each. And then Gonzo, Alien Rudgmez.
It's Raul Jimenez.
What did you get, Nicky?
Raul Jimenez.
Oh, we're on fire here. Right, let's see if any of you's got this one. Enriched JFFK. Did either of you get this?
Oh, I did, yeah.
No.
What did you get, Gonzo?
Moussa Dembele.
For God's sake. Right. No, I should have known you'd come up with something stupid. It's Jeff Hendrick. It's Newcastle United's Jeff Hendrick, which might twig a few minds as to what the next answer is. But not change your answers. Gonzo's now got it. What have these 4 players got in common? Nicky, did you have an answer?
If they all missed penalties.
Gonzo, what's your answer?
No, I thought they'd all slept with David Moyes' daughter.
They might have done. I cannot confirm that. But no, they all scored on the opening day of the season. Obviously, Jeff Hendrick's goal was against West Ham. And then I don't know who the rest of them scored against. But they all scored on the opening day of the season. Anyway, that's the point there. So you got that. Well done at home. You two both got 3 out of 5 for that one. So we're heading into the last and final round with Nicky 1 point ahead. Let's know how you're getting on at home.
Oh, but how many points did I get? 3.
You got 3, yeah. You both got 3.
All right.
Final round. Stat attack. For anyone that knows Hammers Chat or knows me, knows I like my numbers. So I've got a few questions here. Some are easy, some are a bit difficult. A bit of guesswork. And we're going to start with one of the guesswork. So question number 1. Lots of penalties in the Premier League this season. How many has there been? I'm not expecting you to know, Gonzo. I'm not expecting you to come out with the actual number, but a bit of guesswork. A bit of guesswork needed for this one. Question 1. How many penalties have been awarded in the Premier League? There's been lots of them. 16 teams in the Premier League have had at least 1 penalty. The most in the Premier League is 1 team. I think they've had 6 Premier Leagues themselves. Just to...
1 team has had 6?
I think so, yeah.
Man United.
Leicester City, actually.
Bruno Fernandes has made his career on a penalty.
Yeah, that was post-lockdown. He was the one that was banging in them. Anyway, question number 2. Who's the most fouled player in the Premier League so far this season? Which player has been fouled the most out of everybody? It's probably the player that comes to your mind first. When you think, oh, maybe this one. Correct. It is that player. Write him down. Question number 3. I'm impressed if either of you get this, actually. Which player's got the most assists? One player in the Premier League has got 8 assists this season. 8 games in, 8 assists to his name. Who is it? Who's got the most assists in the Premier League this season? You got something, Gonzo?
I got something.
Yeah.
I think I might be a bit old. Might be old news. I think the same with the second question as well. I think I might be thinking of last season, actually.
Question number 4. 2 goalkeepers have kept 4 clean sheets in the Premier League this season. Can you name the goalkeepers? Not the clubs. I want the goalkeepers' names. Because one of them is quite common knowledge. So it's more the other guy. I'm interested to see if you can get 2 points for this one question, though.
How many goalkeepers? 2.
Yeah, two goalkeepers have got 4 clean sheets in the Premier League this season. Can you name them? Both are panicking right now. That one's Fabianski.
Yeah.
Both of them are like Wolves, Leicester.
That's exactly what I was doing.
You don't want to get that wrong if it is Fabianski. It might be Fabianski. I might be bluffing you. Question number, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Question number 5. Which team has received the most fouls? Which team have basically got the most free kicks from being fouled in the Premier League this season? Which team? They've been fouled 104 times. Not that that helps with the question. I just thought I'd throw that stat out there. They've been fouled 104 times. Which club is at the top of that table for most fouled? Next question. And which team has received the most yellow cards? One team in Premier League has received more yellow cards than anyone else. 19 bookings they've had. Which team is it? Who are the naughty boys of the Premier League? The dirty team. Or maybe it's just a team. They're just good at the dark arts. Don't necessarily have to be crunchy tackles. Could just be consistent fouling. You both got an answer?
Yeah.
Interesting. You both answered that one pretty quickly. I'm intrigued to see what you've got. Which team scored the most goals in Premier League? Simple as that. Who's got the most goals? They've scored 20 goals in the Premier League this season. Only one team has scored 20 goals. Which team is it? Some of these answers will surprise you at home. Even I wrote these questions down and then went to look up the answers, and I was surprised by a couple of them, I have to say. So which team is top for goals scored in the Premier League this season? Second last question of the round and the quiz. Which player has hit the woodwork the most in the Premier League? One player in particular has hit the crossbar or the post 4 times this season. Which player is it? There's one game in particular. If you remember, this player hit it at least twice, possibly even more. There's a good game. There's a good game to watch as well. One of those, lots of goals, lots of controversy, lots of VAR. Which players hit the frame of the goal 4 times this season, more than anybody else? Some would call him unlucky. And then last and final question for the quiz. In this one, you're going to have to get your thinking caps on for this one, boys. There's 6 potential answers. 6 players have scored a hat-trick this season in the Premier League. How many can you name? 6 players. It's quite a big number, isn't it? 6 players have scored a hat-trick. We're only 8 games in, and not every club's played 8 games. 8 games in, and already 6 players have scored a hat-trick in the Premier League. No player scored more than 1 hat-trick. So there's 6 different names to get here. Some very obvious ones. If you remember question number 2 in the quiz, that might help you out a little bit. So 6 names, point per player. So there's 15 points up for grabs in this round. I'll give you another minute because there's 6 names to write down or to think of and stuff. But my only clue would be, don't overthink it too much. Nicky, you got your answers?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that round overall?
Nah.
Gonzo, you good?
Well, I'm finished. I wouldn't say good.
I asked for I was talking about the quiz, not your sex review.
I'm finished as well.
Anyway, right. So final round, question number 1. How many penalties in the Premier League? I don't expect anyone to get this number. It's pot luck, but you can see how close you get. Gonzo, what did you put?
19.
You put what?
19.
Oh, Nicky?
42.
45. 45. There's been 45 penalties in the Premier League already this season. We're still on track for the record amount of penalties due to all this stupid handball stuff in VAR and whatnot. 45 pens awarded in the Premier League. 19. It's been 19 in one weekend, I think.
There you go.
Question number 2. Who's the most foul player in the Premier League? Nicky, what did you put?
Grealish.
Gonzo?
Yep, same.
It is correct. Jack Grealish has been fouled more than any other player in the Premier League. Question number 3. Possibly what you consider a trick question. I'll be impressed if you get this. Who's got the most assists in the Premier League this season? 8 assists to his name. Gonzo?
Harry Kane.
Nicky?
I just put the same Kane.
It's Harry Kane. Harry Kane has got 8 assists. I'm pretty sure, could be wrong, I think 7 of them have been to set up Son. Son's got 8 goals. Kane's got 8 assists, and 7 of them were that one pass. Incredible numbers. 2 goalkeepers have got 4 clean sheets apiece in the Premier League this season. Nicky, were you able to name either of them?
Well, I've got Edison for City, and I've got Mendy for Chelsea.
Gonzo?
I've got Alisson and Crystal Palace because I don't know the name of their keeper. It's just pure guesses.
You're both completely wrong. It's Aston Villa's Emi Martinez and Southampton's Alex McCarthy. Both of them have got 4 clean sheets to their name. So point each if you got that at home. And then we've got the next question. Which team has been fouled the most? I'll tell you what. I would not have got this. Nicky, have you got an answer?
Well, Liverpool.
Gonzo?
I put West Ham.
It's West Brom.
Wow.
Do I get half a point?
You do not get any points. No, it's West Brom. West Brom have been fouled more times than any other club. It's because Liverpool have the ball all the time, don't they? So they're difficult to get the ball. People just stand back and let Liverpool have it, whereas West Brom get the ball. People try and tackle them pretty much. So 104 times have been fouled. Which team has got the most yellow cards in the Premier League this season, Gonzo?
Man City.
Nicky?
Burnley.
And you're not getting a point for this, Gonzo, but it's Leicester City. Leicester City have got the most yellow cards, and you're not getting no half points, Gonzo.
But that's right. West City will be the same.
Yeah. Leicester City at the top of Premier League with 19 bookings this season, as they sit at the summit of the Premier League as well. And which team has scored the most goals in the Premier League? Nicky?
I've got Villa.
Gonzo?
Yeah, same.
It's actually Chelsea. Surprisingly, really? Chelsea have scored the most goals in the Premier League this season, despite the fact that Villa have been battering in them. Second last question. It would be interesting to see if he's got this one. Which players hit the woodwork the most times in the Premier League this season, Gonzo?
I've got Trent Alexander-Dembele for this one.
Nicky?
I took a stab, mate. Bruno Fernandes.
It's actually Trossard of Brighton.
Oh, because I remember it. Yeah.
When they played Brighton, when Brighton played Man United, there was all that controversy, and he hit the post and the bar in the game and stuff. It's Trossard of Brighton. 4 times he's hit the woodwork. Now, the last question was 6 players have scored a hat-trick so far in the Premier League this season. How many can you name? Nicky, who have you got?
I've got Watkins, Vardy, Ings, Kane, Salah, and Calvert-Lewin.
Gonzo?
I'd put Watkins, Antonio, Jota, Vardy, Son, and Calvert-Lewin.
Antonio?
Did he not score 4 goals?
Yeah.
There you go. Fair enough, isn't it? You didn't specify which season, did you?
I'll read out the players, just add up what you two have got. Mo Salah, Son, Jamie Vardy, Patrick Bamford, Ollie Watkins, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That's the 6 players with a hat-trick to their name thus far this season. So potential 15 points up for grabs in that round. Gonzo, what did you get?
4. No, I didn't. No, sorry, that was just the last bit. 6.
6. And Nicky?
5, I think.
Oh, I hope not, because that would give us a tie.
Read out the last goal scorers again.
The goal scorers for the last question was Mo Salah, Son, Vardy, Bamford, Watkins, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Oh, I got 4 there.
Yeah, but in total for the whole round, sorry, not just for that question. Did you only get one question right?
No. Nicky definitely got Grealish right and Kane right, because I got the same in that round.
I got Grealish, Kane, and then I got 4 goal scorers. So I got
yes, he's got 6. Yeah.
Salah, Calvert-Lewin.
And what did you get, Gonzo?
And I got 6. So Nicky wins by a point. Not it's my job, as I'm not the quizmaster. Not my job to add up, but you know.
I was trying to add up, but I was getting a bit confused. Anyway, that's the end of the quiz, ladies and gentlemen. So if you've played along at home, let us know how you got in the comments. Gonzo, another quiz, another defeat.
I'm like, what's his name? What's his name at Brighton? Whose name I've already forgotten. I've just keep it in the post. But congratulations to Nicky. I'm just pleased. I'm just pleased. I got some questions right. I've got to be honest with you.
I try to lower the difficulty for this one. I always feel bad when we do the West Ham ones. Yeah, this is it lowered. When we do the West Ham one, usually there's 25 points. And I read the comments and everyone's like, I got 8. So I'm like, oh, it could have been very enjoyable playing along then when you're just getting
I'll tell you what, mate, any sort of West Ham quiz, you get Dom on it, I'll tell you. That kid's a fountain of knowledge. He knows his stuff about West Ham.
Yeah, there's a few people out there, I think.
I think Nigel Carn's the same, isn't he? I don't think
I'd expect him to do well.
You know, get him on history, and you might have a chance on current stuff, unless you're me and think Antonio scored 4 goals last week. But yeah, these boys know their stuff, certainly. You should get. That's what you should do, Gio. You should get like the Clash of the Titans. That the winner pays the winner, and do all that.
Maybe I'll do something.
Grand champion.
Something like that. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the quiz, drop a like on it. We just tried to do something different with it being international breaking. That we just tried to break it up because I'm fed up of listening to Gonzo talking about the same topics on West Ham every day. Anyway, like it, subscribe. Nicky, thanks again for coming on. And we'll catch you in a bit.